Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to discuss this question given that m over 2i minus n over 3 plus i equals to I cubed square root negative 2 square root negative 8. Find the complex number m and n if n is the conjugate of m. Alright, so most of the answer I will get here will be like this, where what do you do is firstly define m as a complex number in the format of x plus yi. So and n is a conjugate x minus yi. So most of the students will do directly. They will time with its conjugate. Here division also time with the conjugate, and then simplify the conjugate here, expand denominator, expand numerator. Then for this right hand side also simplify the complex number form into the standard form. Then at the end, get to the standard form and start compare. Real part is 0, imaginary part is 4. Then get the x, get the y, and then to get the complex number, what is your x, y? Alright, so most of students will do this directly without thinking much of this question. So actually, the question given here is equation. So which means that what's the difference between equation and expression? When we have a question without this side, then we have no choice. We have to do it conjugate. We have to do it conjugate, simplify one by one until standard form like this, like the left hand side here. But then when you are given a equations here, which means the thing can be moved left, right. Alright, so I have a tips here, or I have a suggestion solution here. Instead, when you're doing this question, when it become complicated, when you keep getting more terms and you start nervous and you get complicated, and then you start doing it in not confident, and you easily to get wrong. So once you get wrong, at the end of to get wrong lah, yeah. So it will be most probably will be the more step you go, the higher risk you will get careless mistake. Alright, so what can we do for these questions? So firstly, of course, we need to define what is our m. We cannot just let m like that. If you just let m like that, which means that m is a number, is a real number. If you say m is a complex number, so it should be setting in the complex number format, which is a plus bi. If you want to use x plus yi also can, as long as it have a real part, it have imaginary part. And n is a conjugate of m, so n will be a minus bi. So we substitute inside. M will be a plus bi over 2i. N will be a minus bi, 3 plus I. And we start simplify here. I cube equals to negative I. Then this is square root negative 2 means square root 2, square root negative 1, make it in the complex number form. So square root 8, square root 8i. Alright, so for equation, actually what can we do? We can get off of the denominator, we time with these 2i and 3i. Then we can get off of division, we're just doing multiplication only. Alright, so let us simplify this side first. So I rewrite again. So negative I, square root 2, square root 8, square root 16, I with I square. So negative I, square root 16 is 4, then I square is negative 1, so it becomes 4i. So this side is 4i. So to make it simple, we can get out of the denominator, we times 2i. At the same time, we time 3 plus I. So when I time 2i and time 3 plus I into the equation, so for the first term here, it will be remaining multiply with 3 plus I only. And then for this second term, alright, 3 plus I cancel, we timing with 2i. Then at the right hand side, timing with 2i and 3 plus I. So Will it be more simplified? Just doing multiplication. And when you're doing multiplication, you can use your calculator. Alright, you can check, multiply, what can you get. So for this left hand side, let us simplify it until standard form, means what is the real part, what is our imaginary part. So we expand it, we get 3a, then ai, then 3bi, then bi squared. So bi squared, I squared equals to -1, so it becomes negative b. So how about this? This is 2i times a, so 2ai negative, and this one is negative 2bi squared. So I squared simplify, -1, so it will become 2b. In front here got one negative, means minus 2b. And we simplify at the back here. 4 times 2, it will be equals to 8. 8 times I squared, -8. Alright, then we rearrange what is our real part at the same time for the left hand side. Real part, real part, real part, imaginary part, imaginary part, imaginary part. So we have 3a minus b minus 2b, 3a minus 3b. Real part, imaginary part. How many I here? A plus 3b minus 2a, so minus a plus 3bi. So at the right hand side, make it into the standard form. -24, -8i. Then we can start compare. So once we compare here, real part is 3a minus 3b equation equals to -24. Equation 1. Then -a plus 3b is imaginary part, equation 2. As I can see, I have similar term here. We use elimination method. We just take equation 1 plus equation 2. There's this 3b will be cancel each other. So we find a, we get 2a. Plus together, so it will be -32. A will give you -16. Then we substitute into either one equation, let's say equation 2. So -16 put in. So 3b minus 16, -24. So b is -8. Alright, so you can see, will it be more simplified? So this is the advantage of equation. You remember, equation you can move left hand side, right hand side. But after you move, you make sure you clear. At the end, left hand side, you must have your standard form. Right hand side, you must have your standard form. Then only you can compare. So find out your m. Your m is -16 minus 8i. Then complex number n is a conjugate of it. -16 plus 8i. Alright, so that's all for this question.